Sam Ekstrom, Luke Inman, Vikings targets on the zone coverage draft guide. Not a lot of people talking about defensive tackle. I think they should be. Vikings obviously addressed the nose tackle need with Michael Pearson free agency. They still have last year's starter at 3-tech, Shamar Stephen, on the roster, but everyone, I think, knows that they need to upgrade that position. Do they do it in this draft? Do they go high? Do they get someone like Javon Kinlaw dropping to them in round 1? If they don't, I think there's a meaty middle part of this class in day 2. Vikings tend to go in that round 3, round 4 sweet spot for their defensive linemen. Is this another year where they do that?
Well, you just mentioned that sweet spot, Jaleel Johnson territory. You're talking about Jalen Holmes territory. Listen, we're going to find out real quick, like the interior offensive line with Drew Samia and Oli Udoh, just how confident this front office, this coaching staff is with guys that I mentioned, plus Armin Watts and Hercules Mataafa. When they got playing time, they flashed. Michael Pierce, a great signing, but you just can't have enough guys in the rotation. You're sprinting to Roger Goodell in the virtual draft land, however they're going to do it this year. You're sprinting. That's a guy that we talked about. There's usually one name that falls a little bit further than they should. Javon Kinlaw, you're sprinting. He dominated the Senior Bowl. He's arguably a top 10, 12 talent. He shouldn't be there, but if he is for some reason, that's a no-brainer.
I love this day 2 set of options. Jordan Elliott, one of the SEC's best pass rushers last year at Missouri. Jason Strobridge can arguably play outside and inside. Neville Gallimore, Oklahoma. Ross Blacklock, I think, had some first-round steam for a while. Do you have a favorite in this group?
I think if you're looking for somebody to complement Michael Pierce as that new Linval Joseph nose tackle back in his prime when he was so good, 2015, 16, 17, the Vikings had the number 1 rush D and the number 1 defense in a lot of categories, was because of a true nose tackle like Linval Joseph. Neville Gallimore is the 3-tech, shoot the gap, get up the field, much like we saw with Sharif Floyd. That's the guy that really intrigues me. Is he even there at 58? I'm not sure. Again, how early do they want to start to invest some of these picks? He may be gone. If he is, you mentioned my other 2 favorites. Jordan Elliott. Listen, Kinlaw and Derek Brown get a lot of love. PFF's number 1 defensive tackle, Jordan Elliott, right in the mix. Run stopping, pass rushing, you name it. Circle that name, because if he's there in day 3, remember the Vikings have 2 third-round picks. If he's there in day 3, I really like that value. Strobridge, inside, outside, love his versatility. He was great at the Senior Bowl.
And you mentioned Armin Watts early in the video from Arkansas. There's another Arkansas candidate potentially on day 3, McTelvin Ajim. What do you make of him?
Well, he's another, like Darnell Holmes, we talked about at corner. He's a 5-star recruit coming out. And, you know, when Armin Watts got on the field, man, he flashed quite a bit. Younger, they're going to try to slowly bring him along. But that's a guy, his former teammate, I would love to see land in purple on day 3. He's outstanding. Devon Hamilton, a little bit more of a bigger nose tackle guy. I think you're looking for that 3-tech guy. But, again, a lot of these players in this system, especially now with Dom Capers, you need to be able to do a little bit of both. At the end of the day, we'll see how confident they are in Hercules Mataafa, Armin Watts, and we'll know it by how early they want to draft one of these defensive tackles.
Vikings will certainly add to that position in the draft. Will it be one of these names? We'll find out. He's Luke Inman. I'm Sam Ekstrom. Keep checking out our Vikings Targets videos on the Zone Coverage Draft Guide.